Alright, so after you have your screenshot, you're going to want to open that up in Photoshop, and you should just be able to go to File, Open, and find it. If you can't find it, go back to your print screen and look around in the settings, and you should be able to find the file or whatever that it was saved to, or else you can just go to File, New, and then you should be able to paste the picture that you took if you set the settings right here. So anyway, long story short, bam, there's your AV. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is just kind of get rid of some of the area I know I'm not going to use and make it the right shape. So a lot of you know I like to do mine a little closer. So that's how I do it. And this is called the crop tool. So basically what you do is if it's not popping up the way that it should, you need to get your menu looking right. And you can just drag it and hit enter and it will resize the image and get rid of all the excess stuff. Okay, the next thing is this magic wand. Now if it doesn't pop up, hold down on the, it's probably looking like that or something, hold down and you'll get the right tool to use it. You should set your settings up like this, make sure this is not checked, make sure this is checked, and I usually set my tolerance at about 32. Now if you set it too high, I show you what happens. You get excess. If you set it kind of where it should be, then you get goodness, and it will if you hit delete when you click the border, it will get rid of it for you, or the background, it will delete the solid color background. You really need to be sure you're taking your pictures on a solid color, like green is really good, and I really like the gold. It tends to just work well for me. So the next thing we're going to do is make a new layer. You can select your layer and hit Control J and it will make a new one, or you can also select your layer and drag it down right here and it will make a new layer, and see how it just copied that layer. Very nice. If you want to delete a layer, you can drag it to this little trash can and it will get rid of it for you. So first I want to rename this so we know what it is. I'm going to call it Person because that's what it is. Alright, so I'm going to copy it the first time, and what I'm going to do is double click on the copy I made. And when it pops up, you'll see blend mode, and this is my favorite thing to play with to get the pictures looking all filthy dope. So I'm going to pick, let's go with soft light, because basically what you can see is all the different settings up here change the way that the picture looks. Right? Pretty. Ooh. But the goal is to kind of get one that's exaggerated. So let's do overlay just so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. So she's mad tan, but I don't know, it's a little intense right now. So what I'm going to do is first go to blur, Gaussian blur, and basically what this does, as you can see, it just kind of gives it that whole like glow look that a lot of them have. Now you don't want too much because, well, hey, too much is never good, but you can just play with it till you find one that looks right. So I'm going to go with that, and then what I'm also going to do is just get rid of, change the opacity right here, and that will get rid of kind of the way intenseness and bring it back down to reality here. Now I'm also going to make another copy of this layer, and I'm going to do the same thing again but with a different kind of effect. So there's the one I just did. We're going to call this one overlay, and then we'll do one that is something else. Alright, good enough. Alright, let's do hard light. I'm liking it. Gaussian again, and let's take the opacity down, and I'm also going to play with the fill on this one just to get it looking kind of the way I like. Okay, so then after I do that, what I'm going to want to do is merge these layers together, and what I do is just hit shift and you can select as many as you want, all of them if you want. If you shift and click, bam, merge layers. Alright, then the next thing I'm going to do is go to Image Adjustments, Brightness, Contrast, and this will let you lighten or darken up the picture. And there's also this cool thing, Use Legacy, and when you do that it gives a different effect. So you can kind of try them both and see which one works better for you. I'm thinking this is going to be a little bit more of like a glowy picture type. So I'm going to go with something like that. I'm kind of liking the way that looks. Okay. So then after you do all that, you can go in and you can add some of these blending options right here. So a lot of people will like this outer glow thing that's going on. I think we should play with these after we do the background. So we're going to do that now.